Tan Moselle came along, and he was, you know, there were, each of these writers had their own particular sensibility that had to be respected and treated in its own way. Horton Foote had his own way. Tad Moselle had his. J.P. Miller had his. And so you adapted a style to the nature of the literature. And in Tad's case, it was sort of sneaky, tranquil on the surface, and underneath was this absolute wallop. J.P. was in your face, you know, right up there. And Horton was also sneaky fast. I mean, you know, and there were a lot of other writers, Robert Allen Arthur and David Shaw, and oh my goodness, we had 10 or 12, but
Do you care to characterize any of those, Shaw or Robert Allen Arthur?
Robert Allen Arthur was a very able craftsman of a very high order, but Chayefsky was Chayefsky, and again he was not either of the way I describe the other writers as right in your face or sneaky fast, but he was an exquisite understander of the interaction of people and of the social context, so that he'd, for instance, we did a show, I think I did it. I'm not sure whether I did it or not. I believe I did it, called Catch My Boy on Sunday. It was about stage mothers who have all these children, and the interaction and hostility, and I mean, the Jean-Benet Ramsey case would be not too distant from exactly that environment that Patty captured.
Did you work closely with the writers on the show, or did Fred make that his private preserve?
No, not at all. Not at all. He did not make it his private preserve. When he turned it over to us, he expected us to carry on with the writer as well, because everything at this period, and indeed in theater as well, when you cast a script from just a page of dialogue to the actual people, so there's a kind of synergy that develops that insists on changing certain aspects of the script. And the writers would be constantly with us, and I'd say, how about if this? When he would say, gee, I don't know, maybe that's too obvious. How about if we do this? But already it was not graven in stone. It was a script as a part of the entire improvisatory process.
But up until what point in the process could you change those lines, but then you would have to stop?
How about never?